Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn at LendingCon 2026, where I found my friend Dan Lesser. You might know him from LW Hospitality Advisors. But first, I want to thank my friends who are at Actable. Actable, they give you the power to profit. Check them out at actable.com. How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
So great to see you. It was fun watching you on stage.
Thank you.
This morning as we're recording this. You always bring me those insights that, I have no idea what's going on. So I'm curious to how you see the state of things today in the hospitality market and where people can find an opportunity and the advantage.
So it's very interesting. The hospitality market is actually doing quite well in spite of some things.
I don't understand. I just did a piece with our friend Bruce Ford.
Yes.
And I'm confused because everything is supposed to be horrible right now, but it's not. And I don't understand it.
Well, if you think about what happened the last half of last year, the industry metrics were not looking very good. Right. And the prognosis by most folks going into the new year was that this year was not going to be a good year, particularly the first half of the year. Turns out that this first half of the year has been phenomenal, obviously boosted somewhat by the World Cup.
Right.
But fundamentally, listen, people are traveling, okay? And I think COVID was a real game changer for many in terms of coming to the realization that life can be short.
That's a great point.
So enjoy it while you're here. And so remember that notion of revenge travel, right? I don't think it's gone away.
No, I don't think it's gone away, but I wish the term revenge travel would go away.
Yes, I agree with you.
It's a stupid term, right? But we're very good at making up stupid terms here in the United States.
Uncertainty is another good.
Right. Uncertainty. Right. I love what you said on stage today. I mean, the uncertainty thing is dumb. And the other thing I can't stand is when they say, well, we have to wait to the next administration.
That's a cop-out.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
All right. So, what are you thinking about now then in terms of opportunity? Obviously, people are traveling. My belief is that other sectors are going to continue to hurt because the reality is people want to travel. For decades, we've been saying people think it's a fundamental right to travel. I think you're right. COVID has brought all that to the fore, and we're now living that existence. So where's the real opportunity for hoteliers to leverage this market that seems to be going contradictory to the rest of the economy?
Well, I think we're starting to see it in the transaction market, in that it's interesting. We're seeing some very large, substantial transactions, and then we're seeing quite a number in the middle and below. There's a ton of money out there, all types of financing. There's refinancing proceeds, there's acquisition money, and there's construction financing for deals that make economic sense.
It was really, it was really good to hear you say that this morning and to tell our friends here that as well. So does that mean we're officially, the money's no longer on the sidelines? It's actually in play? Because for the last 30 years, I'm hearing sidelines.
I'm not so sure it really was ever in the sidelines. Listen, everything makes sense.
Yeah, man.
Everything makes sense at the right basis.
Right.
And we're seeing that now with a lot of trades that are going on. You have existing sponsors who are faced with debt maturities that were originated 3, 5, 7 years ago at much
different world,
lower interest rates, right? And so they're facing a refinance at much higher cost of capital, and coupled with the need to renovate. Right. Anybody who hasn't renovated, during COVID, that party is over. The brands are coming down, and it's got to be done. So we're seeing lots of sponsors. Between those two phenomenon, debt coming due, that's going to cost a lot more, and the need for capital, they're like, you know what, I'm done.
Right.
Get rid of it.
That's fueling properties trading hands. That's fueling conversions and all of that kind of stuff. And one of the things that I've noticed over my decades in this career is how really interconnected things are, and the yin and the yang of our business. Renovations happen, in a time when new builds aren't necessarily happening. New builds happen when renovations aren't really happening. I really kind of love that dichotomy. So there's always a place, I think, to make money in our business.
100%. And what's interesting in my practice is that as long as there's transaction activity out there, we're busy. For quite some time now, we've been very busy on one end of the spectrum doing feasibility work for proposed new projects. And at the other end of the spectrum, truly distressed assets, bankruptcy related, and then a ton in between. Right. There's opportunity at every point. And it's all about your basis, right? What is your cost to get into the deal? Right. And we're seeing repricing, quite frankly.
Yeah, and it's definitely an issue of the haves or have-nots in that sense. And I did some interviews while we were at the NYU conference to some hoteliers. New union laws are coming into effect, which changes the financial dynamics in that particular market. So some hotels that have no debt are in a much better position than hotels that do have debt because of the rising expenses. And my imagination is that it's the same thing around the country. It doesn't have to be union related, but there's definitely the people that are in a better position than others to leverage this particular market.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Interesting. Anything else I need to know that I don't know?
Anything else that you need to know?
Yeah.
This guy's the greatest animated pontificator in the space.
Hey, thanks. I really appreciate that.
All right.
All right, how do we learn more about you guys?
You can find me on the web. My cell number is 516-456-6959.
Nice, and I'm a 917 number. He's got a Long Island number, so obviously he's cooler than me. He's Dan, I'm Glenn. Like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Thanks, Actable. Check him out, actable.com. See you all later. Bye.
Thank you.